Hey, boy, up on the land till I die, till I die, on the east side till I die, till I die, rocking that wine and gold till I die, till I die, in the hood I'm good till I die, CLE till I die.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-round. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. And Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick out of Marquette back in 2011. Every season he's improved, and Shaq made a huge jump last year, didn't he?
Last year he won the Most Improved Player award. You know, he showed me.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Nets will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Brooklyn. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's McDermott in at the 3. Here's Young, and the layup is good. Young's got the first points on the scoreboard for Brooklyn.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
Now here's McDermott. The rebound by Young.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA. Already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
First one falls for him. Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
Here's Kilpatrick. To the middle. And it's slammed in by Young.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Outside Butler. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And here again, the Nets in transition. Up the court they go. Jack passes to Kilpatrick. Young left side. Gibson with the steal. Here's the break. Ahead. They swipe it. Kicks it to Jack. Inside. Here's Lopez. Rebound by the Bulls. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
Now here's Rose. 9 points last game out. Gibson the screen. Rose kicks to Gibson. He got right to the cup using that screen.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Kilpatrick. Pass to Jack. Gasol with the rebound.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Butler goes in. Here's Rose. Goes back up. And Jimmy Butler again. Butler's got his second basket of the game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Kilpatrick. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Jack. 6 to shoot. From 13 feet, it goes down.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Right side Gibson. And here is Butler. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. In the corner, it's McDermott. And Gibson kicks to Rose. Fires from deep. The shot misses. The Nets with the lead. After the Nets' big moves the past couple years, they were looked at as an older team, but you break it down, and you know, Greg, they're not as old as you think.
Actually had the 5th youngest team of anyone in the postseason. And so, though they seem older just because so many of their players had playoff experience or came into the league at a young age. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Chicago making a switch here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Mirotic is checked in for McDermott, and Moore subbed in for Jimmy Butler. Now here's Rose. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And there's the feed to Moore. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And you talk about the Bulls being able to beat anybody in the league. They did. They did that last season. One of only 3 teams to register one win against every other team in the league back in 2015.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Bulls getting the bucket. Noah with the block. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noah. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. 5 on the clock. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And, you know, getting back to that point about the Bulls beating every team in the league, only the Spurs and Warriors were the other teams to do that. Goes to show just how tough last year's Bulls squad was.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the miss by Derrick Rose. There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Sloan. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Rose passes to Portis. He kicks to Mirotic. Outside Rose. Pulls it up. And so the first quarter is in the books. Brooklyn ahead, up by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball. Just operating good at the offensive end.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. So for Chicago right now, they've got Noah. Ejuan Moore is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Nikola Mirotic.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want, but then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
Sims, and that one's good. Sims has got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Nets.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
To the paint, here's Portis. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
Portis, the pass to Moore. Makes it off the glass. Moore's got his second basket of the night.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Brooklyn making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Henry Sims. Young comes in for Robinson. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Donald Sloan. Then for the Bulls, Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Portis. And it's Doug McDermott in for Mirotic. You have to love the newest stadium in the NBA here at Barclays. Very state-of-the-art, outstanding facility.
Yeah, the Nets have a nice home here. I bet they wish they were stronger here at home. Finished under 500 last season with a record of 19-22.
First free throw is good.
And you know, guys, that 19-22 record here in Brooklyn certainly a stain for the Nets. I mean, they would be the only team to make the playoffs in the NBA last year with a losing record at home.
So he gets them both.
And with the Nets' struggles at home last season, they were simply outshot in this building. Also, they were the second worst in rebound differential at home, meaning they got killed on the glass here.
Gibson dishes to Butler. And he gets it to go. Butler's got 6 points.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Lopez a screen. Passes it to Kilpatrick. Screen by Young. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Kilpatrick's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And Gibson, here we go. The kick outside to Butler. McDermott passes to Moore. Out to the right wing. 4 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Number 5, the Bulls.
A big part of their defense really revolved around their ability to block shots at the rim. It's so valuable to have that kind of backline protection. Allows you to be aggressive on the perimeter.
Here's Kilpatrick. Can't hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. 3rd in rebounding, 3rd in free throw percentage. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage. A very improved defensive team.
Yeah, and going back to their rebounding, very few teams could outmuscle them inside. The size and toughness to scrap for every carom off the backboard.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Ejuan Moore. Outside check. Here's Young, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Rose against Jack. In the corner, Gibson with it. Pass to McDermott. Ripped away. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Nets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
All alone. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Young's got 12 points in the game. Bulls trail by 10. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Butler in the corner. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gasol. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for Doug McDermott. Jack's shot is